Hi there. So nice to be back with Matthew's Mindful Meditation. I'm truly humbled to be invited to share a meditation practice with you today. So let's begin. I've had a lot of contemplations lately with the world changing and our lives changing quite frequently and readily for the last several months. We're all doing the best we can under whatever circumstances are presented to us. We always have options on how we react or act in certain situations, in any situation. And so the meditation practice can bring us to wholeness in our mind, body, and spirit by centering our thoughts within ourselves. Now, the world's expansive, and we are, as humans, what I'd like to liken to as a crystal ball, a multifaceted crystal ball. And we see the world around us through many different facets, not just one way. Although some people see through less facets than others. Meditation can actually assist us in opening up our viewpoint, allowing us some freedoms to untangle any confusions, because when we look at life through one facet of this multifaceted crystal ball, it can get very limited. So our emotions and our reactions to situations or even our own thoughts can prevent us from really seeing the vast possibilities that are available to us. Our meditation practices bring us to see life from a different perspective. And I find that most times it's easier to get balanced or stay balanced when we're able to take a different look at a situation that's before us. I came to my meditation practice through yoga back in the late 90s, and I found yoga very therapeutic, primarily because of the breath. Now, I'm a trained rebirther, so conscious connected breath has been a part of my world for quite some time. That's a practice unto itself, which through the breath, we clear stagnant emotions and release that, making space for whatever we choose to pour in. So hopefully we're aware enough that when we're pouring back in, that we're bringing in higher frequencies, better thoughts, higher vibrations. So from rebirthing into yoga, conscious connected breath, moving meditation with yoga, this meditation practice has grown as well. Quite frequently, I take 5 minutes in the middle of the day just to connect with my breath. I don't have to sit quietly and meditate the way that we consider meditation. But just through breathing, we have learned, or I've learned, that I can clear and ground and get back to center. So I invite you to take a comfortable seat. Get really heavy in your sit bones. And let your side bodies extend long so that you can sit tall. And just notice your breath, whatever that looks like for you right now. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes softly. So just notice your breath as it moves in and out. You might be breathing a little faster than you normally do. You might be trying to control it. Just let it go. Just notice the air on your top lip. Notice your ribs expanding or your belly puffing out on the inhale. And together, let's take 3 full breaths. So we'll inhale fully from the belly. And at the top of the breath, pause for just 1 moment and then release. Inhale, fill the belly. Pause and release. One more time, inhale. Pause and release. Even through distractions of noises outside of our space, we can stay with the breath. I may have even lost count with the breaths. And that's okay. There's no rule. It's really just about bringing yourself to center. So now we're going to go into a different breath by inhaling on a count of 4. Inhale, pause, and exhale 8. So very slowly controlling, release your breath. And then inhale 4 fully. Pause at the top of your breath and release 8. One more time, inhale 4. Pause and release 8. Come back to your own breath, whatever that looks like. Now notice how your body feels. Do you feel more settled? Have your emotions calmed down? You may have raced to come meet me here. And so your heart's starting to slow because you walked into the room and sat down. So now you can notice how the breath may have already begun to shift you into this space. Keeping your eyes closed softly, we're going to now do 3-part belly breath, where we fill the belly. The ribs will expand 360 degrees, kind of like you're blowing up a balloon, and then fill up all the way up through your shoulders. Imagine the air just filling up all the way to your shoulders. And then we'll release the shoulders, the ribs, and the belly 3 times, please. Through the nose, inhaling, filling the belly, allowing the ribs to expand and up into the shoulder heads. And release the shoulders, the ribs, and the belly. 2 more times, inhaling, fill the belly. The ribs expand and the shoulders up, back, and down. And release the shoulders, the ribs, and the belly. Fill the belly, inhale. Ribs expand all the way out to the shoulders. And release the shoulders, the ribs, and the belly. Come back to your own breath and notice how you feel. And while this may feel strange or difficult, by practicing, by taking the time to just breathe, we then become connected. So when we're having stress in our life, we go, oh, I'm so full of anger or anxiety or frustration. What can I do? Oh my gosh, I'm so out of myself. Breathe. You've heard the phrase, just take 10 breaths before you say anything, before you do anything. It's more than 10 breaths, but that's a place to start. And that's what this practice offers you. Now, indigenous cultures around the world have used breath work to settle, clear the body, clear emotions, come back to square. And that's what this practice can do for you, no matter what you do, wherever you are. It doesn't matter. You can be driving. You could be in the shower. You could be walking. For me, my meditation practice of late has been walking the beach. And while that sounds luxurious, which it is, I'm very blessed to live nearby open waters. For me, that is the most incredible way to spend whatever time I can be out there. And it really brings me so much peace and calm. So even when I'm not near the water and I'm driving in traffic, or I come up against some kind of obstacle in my workday, with people, with friends, strangers, I can bring myself back to that beach walk, and I can hear the ocean, the waves ebbing and flowing back and forth as the tide moves in and out. And I breathe. And things suddenly change, and I feel a whole world better. So one more practice we'll do today, and I hope that you enjoy this type of practice. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. There's so many other practices to get you square, get you centered, get you grounded, so that you're coming from a place of love, of yourself and of others. And when we're in that space, we really have an opportunity to expand that out to the universe, ripple that out, however that looks. And it's a small part, but it's a very important part. We're all very important to global consciousness that's awakening. So the next breath process that we'll do is truly called fire breath. It's a little different, and some people may find it more difficult. And it's more a focus on the exhale, pushing the air out of our body as opposed to the inhale. The inhale comes automatically. So Kapalabhati breathing, it's a press through the diaphragm with the mouth closed, through the nose. So the inhale is automatic. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on pressing in to the belly, through the diaphragm, hard press, quick, sharp exhales. Exhale, exhale. So let's try that. We'll do a round of 12, and we'll see how we feel, and then we'll do 2 more rounds, okay? So inhale all the way, fill up. And we'll begin. And then release. Notice how you feel. Take an inhale and release. Now, if you begin to get lightheaded, you can certainly stop. This is, may shift you pretty quickly. So you want to be mindful of your own self, your own body. Your practice is your own. So while we may be guided to do certain things, if it doesn't work for you, then maybe it's not your practice, or maybe it's too much for you at this time. But through regular practices, you'll find that things change. So let's try that 2 more times, but we're going to go ahead and extend it into 20 sharp breaths. After we inhale, sharp exhales. We're not heaving our body as best as possible. It's really from the belly, from the diaphragm. So take 1 full breath and exhale. And then inhale. And we'll begin. And release. 1 full breath. And release. Full breath in. And 20 breaths. One full breath. And release. So notice your body, how you feel. Stay with your breath. And if you'd like to continue with your eyes closed in this settled place, please feel free. Namaste.